Well, you guys, it's really been a long time coming. Sarah and I have not had our show in a while together, so now we are finally back. Welcome to the Players Lounge, Season 2, Episode... I don't know.
Can't even tell you. There's been so many. Hopefully you've been tuned into all of them.
Of the Buckets and Bombs. Today we are in the Peyton Manning room at the Graduate Hotel, and today we have Caroline and Carlin.
K and K.
K and K.
Look at that.
S, K's, and Z.
Okay.
So,
Nice.
man, I've actually missed doing our show together.
I know. I miss it so much.
But,
Had a lot of laughs missed.
no. Well, as you guys know, March Madness is approaching very quickly.
Yes.
But before we get into that, you guys want to talk about SEC tournament play?
Yeah, I think we can let's do just how we felt about it.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, I feel like, we came out really strong in our first 2 games. We had to play an extra game this year just because of the 5 seed, but I feel like we bounced back from having that. And then we had a very, 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 very tough loss, which was hard for all of us, but I feel like we've already bounced back. We had our moment from that, and we've bounced back, and I'm feeling really good about where we're at as a team and individually.
Yeah, we've had a good week of practice since we've been back, and I'm ready to see what we do in the tournament.
I know, me too. I'm excited.
Yeah, so are we.
Okay, so obviously SEC is one of the toughest conferences to play in, very physical. I mean, I saw a lot of videos of certain teams, but how does that, help you guys to go into the tournament, NCAA tournament?
Yeah. Obviously with that physicality, and I feel like the refs let you play a little bit because of that in the SEC tournament, and I think that that's how it's going to go in the NCAA too. So just getting that experience. Obviously we had to play the extra game. I think that that's going to help us in the long run. And obviously the tough loss versus South Carolina was, a hard pill to swallow, but we've been really harping on a lot of end-of-game situations in our recent practices, so I think that's going to help us as we go on.
Yeah, and also I think the mentally tough aspect of it is coming into play just because of how we had to play games back to back to back. And now in the NCAA tournament we'll have a game in between from first round to second round, and so it's just we take one game at a time and then we're on to the next, So I think we've grown in that aspect as well. So
Yeah.
Do we play Saturday, then we would play Sunday, or you play Sunday?
Saturday,
then
Monday.
Okay.
So yeah.
So you guys will practice on Sunday?
Yeah.
Probably just prep work for whatever team we play.
Yeah. Some walkthrough, shooting.
Yeah. So who's the first game against?
Green Bay Packers. No, I'm kidding.
But wait, I did see Green Bay. What was the?
I have absolutely no idea what their mascot is. I'm sorry.
Well, no, it was Green Bay, Arkansas, or something.
Oh, that
Where they're
sounds right.
from, maybe.
Well, anyway, it's Green Bay, and then we will play the winner of NC State and Chattanooga. So.
If NC State wins, it's going to be a good game.
Yeah, it'll be a
Right.
really good
Very
game.
good.
Because they're the 3 seed?
Yeah, I think
Of our little bracket or whatever, and so that's why they're of course hosting. So it's going to be a really good game.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and we actually played them on our preseason closed scrimmage too.
Yeah.
Won't reveal who won, but pretty excited
Yeah.
for the game.
Yeah.
So how do you guys stay mentally locked in, because there's so many highs and lows in your guys' games and at such a large stage, and obviously Tennessee basketball is known. So how do you guys just stay mentally composed?
I mean, I think we kind of lean on each other, but we also, lean on all the work we've put in, because that's what's eventually going to back us up in the long run. And there's only 6 games left for the national champions, and of course, who they play, whatever. But yeah, I think just, keep trusting each other and believing in each other is what's really going to matter.
Yeah, I feel like our coaches do a good job of making the practices harder than the games, and I think that's all you can ask for. So, definitely just relying on our preparation.
Yeah. Our coaches do that too. They make practice harder so that when it's game time, it's just slow.
Yeah.
And we know what we're doing.
Mhm.
It's practice, it's
Yeah.
go.
Right.
So
Yeah, we have some great practice guys that simulate the other team.
yeah.
You know, they get really into it, like playing their role. So
And
it's-
just like playing each other, I'm sure that's
yeah.
game like.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
So with social media, like obviously it's a lot, and especially with NIL now, how do you guys prepare for a game, knowing that like social media is like a huge thing when it comes to our sports?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think, girls on our team has like made it very, apparent too that to not look at social media after a win or a loss.
Mhm.
And our coach has screen time rules for us, so we're technically not allowed to be on social media for more than like
15 hours a week.
Yeah, 15 hours a week.
We
on
do a
social
check-in.
media.
We do a check-in.
Wow.
And it's actually been pretty good for us. Like nobody, obviously the first week was a little bit of a struggle
Right.
because we went from being on our phone for our screen time 30
yeah.
hours to
I've
now,
never even looked at mine.
And
I bet
it
it's
was
terrible.
higher than I thought it was.
to now
gonna be.
being 15 hours a week. But now that we've gone, it's been a month now probably since doing it.
Yeah.
And everybody's just been nailing their screen time hours.
How do you
Dang.
look? How do you look at the social media?
Go to CL apps and website activity. Social.
All right, 7 hours this week.
That's not bad.
Yeah, it's
Wait,
It's Tuesday.
wait, does it count from Sunday or
Yeah,
from Monday?
it's Sunday
from
to Sunday.
Sunday to Sunday.
Okay, so that's technically 3 days.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's not any better.
It's at first we were like, this is crazy, but then
It gets
now
easier.
it's like we're barely on social media. We don't see what people are talking about after
Yeah.
a loss or something, or
good or bad.
yeah.
That's
and
good.
so shout out to Karen for giving us screen time rules.
That's cool. Yeah, I would definitely struggle with that, as you saw. But, yeah, I mean, I'm like already 2 hours today. But I think that we try to do the same thing. It's really easy to get on Twitter after a loss. And,
Oh yeah.
No, I
You
don't
know,
even do
The
it.
rabbit
know,
holes.
sulk.
Yeah.
But I feel like we've kind of leaned on each other in those aspects and kind of just comforted one another because we know what we can do.
Yeah.
We don't have to listen to outside noise.
So, fun fact. If you Google what are the Tennessee Vols known for, Lady Vol basketball and football pull-up. So, as we are approaching the NCAA tournament, how does the tradition go into your guys' preparation?
Yeah. I think we know we're the only team that's ever made it to every NCAA tournament.
That's true.
Yeah,
Did
they
you
put
guys
that
know
out.
that?
Another fun fact.
42, right? 42.
Probably, I don't know.
42. I'll look it up. Keep talking.
40.
42,
I'm
46.
pretty sure it's 42 NCAA tournaments.
Yep, all 42.
Yes, all
42.
42.
Hey, great
That's
fact.
so cool.
That's good.
But yeah, I think it definitely gives us a little confidence. I feel like it gives you a little confidence throughout the season, just as we're trying to work towards that goal. The ultimate goal is winning the national championship, but just knowing that, the tradition is built on winning, going in with that mindset.
So, the basketball transfer portal opened up. What do you guys think about the portal?
I definitely think it's a good thing to an extent, and it's definitely changed like over the past few years, especially with like COVID. But now we're coming up to where, the seniors now they have one more year, and then that's the end of COVID years. So it's pretty much going to go back to how basketball was before COVID, and all you're going to have is like some red shirts or some fifth years. So, I mean, it's definitely interesting to see, and we've gained great players from the transfer portal. So now it's going to be interesting to see how it does change in the next couple years.
Yeah. So we're both in season. What does chirping look like?
Well, I want to hear like y'all's side from it first, because like ours is very like
In your
I'm right
face.
here.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
can
that's true.
talk crap to you right here.
And
Yeah.
we're
So,
like
like-
across. We're not even near each other.
Yeah.
unless
Well,
we're-
you could say stuff in the dugout to like the first
our
baseman or
cheers
third
recently?
baseman.
I think our cheers
It's how y'all.
are like
I used to
how
really
we
get
kind
into
of,
that when
like-
I
What
played
was it
softball.
that happened against Missouri this weekend? The cheer we do.
So like when somebody gets taken out from pitching because they're not like doing well, we'll
Yeah.
say "Lambutara, lambutara."
What does that mean? I don't know.
Like
Like,
we booted
Oh,
you out. So like next pitcher.
man.
So like that's how
Dang.
we do it through our cheering.
Yeah, Exactly.
But we have to be respectful to
Or
some.
Is there rules?
Oh yeah, and so like if the pitcher's taking a really long time to pitch,
Yeah.
we'll say hurry up and pitch the ball.
Mm.
Hurry up, you're taking
Those are
too long.
funny.
So like they're just like funny, but like that's how we kind of do it. But
Are there rules on like when you can cheer, when you can't? I've always wondered that
You
because
can cheer whenever.
I know with baseball they don't really say much, but softball it's a part of the
thing.
game.
Yeah.
we are allowed to cheer whenever we want to cheer.
Hey, that's not you.
Except
Do you cheer while
somebody-
you're in the field?
We won't do cheers
yeah.
like that. It's more of like,
Like a,
here we go.
okay.
You can.
It's
you,
more
like,
within
like
y'all.
us. Yeah,
Okay,
not against
I
the
see.
other team.
Yeah. Okay, Caroline.
Yeah, we have a couple teammates that love to chirp. I'm sure
Yeah.
y'all have probably seen videos on social media, like the whole LSU game. But yeah, I'm not much of a trash talker. I don't claim to be a trash talker.
I'm not either. When people trash talk to me, I literally laugh in their face. That literally happened at the SEC tournament. Girl had 11 points. I had 22.
Yeah.
She's talking to me,
Enough said.
and I literally started laughing. I said, "Girl, look at the scoreboard."
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think I could be a someone who talks.
Right.
Because
Go and apologize.
I think.
Right.
Why?
No, I would not apologize. No. Would I really?
Yes.
Unless it's like somebody says something really mean.
Yeah.
And I'm probably not apologize. I'd say something back.
Yeah.
But I think I'm more of like a physical person.
Yeah.
There was some trash talking going on in the South Carolina games. People were saying some mean stuff.
Yeah, I bet. I
They
bet.
were.
But
Okay.
it don't really affect me. So.
Yeah. No. So let's go into a good impression of our coach, like our
Oh gosh.
what they do. So who wants to do Kelly?
She can.
Oh, an impression?
Oh, okay.
Kelly.
Impression. I don't know, man. Let me just think on it for a sec.
Okay, give us one of Karen.
You can do it.
Oh God. What was the puzzle thing she said?
Oh, she was like, this game is a puzzle piece. So when you guys are doing a puzzle, are you guys just gonna, which one's the easiest to do? And we said the outside part, obviously.
Right.
Yeah.
And then she was like, so when you get to the middle, do you guys grab the piece and go, oh, I don't think that's gonna work. No. Let me no, you don't do that. You grab the puzzle piece, you put it down to see if it works, and if it doesn't work, then you find another way to do it. You find another puzzle piece. So
Hey.
right now our
That's
motto
profound.
is about puzzle pieces.
So now
Right.
she talks
Dang.
about puzzles.
And we think
Does
it's cool
anyone
though.
do
That is
puzzles
cool.
on
Yeah.
the team? Anyone
We don't
puzzle?
do puzzles, no.
Okay.
But
Interesting.
when she brought that
game
up,
is
we were
a
like,
puzzle.
yes, the
Right.
game's a puzzle. So
Exactly.
we just got to find the missing piece and just keep going and not being so hesitant to be like, oh, is this gonna work? No.
Right.
Just go.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like that. Kelly
Um,
likes to talk about urgency. I don't know, she's like, I don't know.
I'm ready for this.
I literally don't know. I can't even think right now.
Well, all I can think about. Let us debrief.
Okay.
In the Arkansas
Mhm.
and she said no more.
Oh. Okay, you do it.
Okay, so our freshman year, we were playing Arkansas, and we knew their game plan. Like they want to shoot like a crap ton of threes every single game, right? She comes in at halftime. We have the SEC media there with us. She is like off
Livid.
the charts mad, like livid, like her face is red. And Kelly's very like calm, cool, collected most of the time. But I mean, she'll get on to us when she needs to. But this is like the maddest she's ever been, right? So imagine this is the board, okay? And it says no threes. She goes, and she slaps the board. And she says, y'all need to warm it up.
Yes.
That's what she told us. I was like, hey, I'm going to go out there and warm it up.
Yeah.
They did. I don't even know how many threes they had. But, yeah, she's very, so her impressions of her, like, you're not going to get a lot of those.
Yeah.
Like, of her getting mad. But, I mean, she
feel-
throws down the clipboard in the huddle sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Karen hasn't gotten too mad this year.
No. Okay. So Karen's, she doesn't really ever throw clipboards, but
Mhm.
I mean, I wouldn't even know we wouldn't even know if she throws
Yeah.
clipboards because we're on defense.
Right.
Yeah.
So
Sometimes
only,
when
the
like
people-
I throw like a bad pitch or something, I kind of see out of the corner eye. It's like, dang, I
She's
really
like-
messed that one.
But I don't think she's a clipboard thrower,
Right.
Yeah.
which is kind of great. But has, like, my first year being here, she was a different coach than she is the last 2 years. And I just can tell she's having so much more fun coaching. And she's just celebrating every little thing with us. So,
Yeah.
She's changed, and it's cool to see her doing what she loves to do in a more happier way, so.
And she's such a problem solver, too.
Yes.
Like, you can throw anything out in front of her,
She'll figure it
and
out.
she will figure it out.
Dang.
Her do you guys ever did the Enneagram test thing?
Yeah.
Hers is, I think it's 1.
Right.
She's a perfectionist.
Okay. Yeah.
And yeah, so we took that test. I don't know when we did it, but
I don't think I did it.
she's always been a 1, she said, so.
Mhm.
And it just makes so much sense after reading what a perfectionist is.
Yeah.
But
Last year, this is kind of funny. We were doing like our everydays and stuff, and like I'm a pitcher.
Mhm.
Like I don't do the same infield drills
Yeah.
that the infield does, right? So like
Yeah.
I was doing my everydays, and me and one of our other pitchers were doing them, and like you're supposed to like be like pretty much head like to the ground.
Mhm.
And Karen's watching us do this, and we're just working on like going through the ball, and she comes up behind me, and I'm like I can like feel her presence behind me. And she takes my head from like right here, and she goes,
Oh.
I was like, okay. I was like, got it. And then she just like, she didn't even say anything. She just took my head and
Oh God.
just held it
eyes
there.
behind the ball.
Yeah, I was like, right here.
There you go.
That's funny.
That's hilarious.
Yeah. So now we can go into softball talk.
Yes.
Right.
Speaking of, we just got done with SEC tournament, but y'all are now starting. So, just talk about, y'all haven't played your first game yet of SEC, have you?
No, we did last weekend.
They're
That's-
just
that's
starting
right.
SEC play.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
So,
Okay, so kind of talk about how that like series went, and then also what do you see like the SEC looking like this year for y'all?
Yeah, I think we had just so much fun. We came out the first day and they were hitting the crap out of the ball. Like, we running them like what? Score?
9.
Yeah, like
Are you gonna run roll?
9-1.
Yeah. 9-1. And it was just really fun getting out there, competing, and yeah, it was a great day. And I think this year is gonna have good competition for sure. But I think we're
Yeah.
more
So,
than ready.
yeah. So the first part of the season was like tournaments. We weren't playing home, so we were always traveling.
Mhm.
So we got the first part of our season done now that we're in SEC. I think this past weekend was just really, I don't know how to explain it. It was just, we were just having fun, like Harlan said, but we also, if something went wrong, we still celebrated, we still celebrated it. Because that's how our team will operate the best, is when we're just all into the game. We're into each person, celebrating each person, what they're doing. And so I think that really showed a true testament to who we are, and just how we played that weekend is just how we need to keep playing. So it was fun. And all the fans were there, the locos were there, but it was super fun.
How long is y'all's non-conference season? Like a month?
Yeah, the whole month of February. February, because SEC doesn't start till March. So like the first week of March, we had a home tournament. So
Okay.
that was our bye weekend.
Mhm.
So we had a home tournament, and then SEC last weekend.
Okay. So
So-
ours is like 2 months.
Yeah.
Okay.
When is the World Series?
Yeah, in June.
So
Like the
y'all go
first
for
week in
March. May, June. So y'all go for some months before you play.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so March, April is SEC play, and then, and May. But then the tournament's also in May.
What tournament?
SEC tournament.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So who is like the team in the SEC that y'all, I guess, like compete with the most? Like would be your rival per se, or if there's like a couple, who would y'all say it is and why?
Probably like
Alabama.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think those are just always exciting games. They're exciting to watch, exciting to play in. Yeah, it's always nice to beat them. Like,
Yeah, last year we won our series. We won our series, and it was home game, so this is my first time going to Alabama this year.
Okay.
Oh,
I'm
dang.
playing there.
Okay.
And some of our teammates who've played there already said that their fans are just really rowdy.
I bet.
So
Those are.
I'm excited to see how rowdy they are.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, so I know y'all have, several people that can factor in, specifically like hitting home runs, or just getting like RBIs, good base hits. So like, how do y'all stay locked in and not worry so much about like the statistics side of it and just play softball?
Well, I can talk about the offense side, and you can talk about pitching stuff.
Pitching, I guess pitching is a different mindset.
Yeah. So, offense, I think what we do well at is we don't really talk about it, and then people who are doing well, like the other people who aren't doing as successful as they want to, we celebrate our teammates. Mm-hmm. I think once, like, somebody can hit a hard ground ball, not get on base, but because it was so hard, we always talk about our process and not the result of what happened. So I think once we acknowledge each other's, like, your process was good this at bat, they're okay with it. Obviously, the result isn't what they wanted, but I think because we're such a process-oriented team, we don't really talk about the results, and we just celebrate each other. I think that's one of our team things that we do really well, is just celebrating each other, celebrating good process.
Yeah.
But yeah, I will say that obviously not having the result will kind of mess with people's mindset, but I think because we're so close as a team, we're able to help each other get out of that mindset and get back to being process focused and being result focused.
Yeah. And same goes for pitching. I mean, obviously, when you're out there pitching, it's kind of individual because it's just you and the catcher, but just like knowing that your teammates are right there if something goes wrong or something happens, just depending on them, relying on them, and then staying with that process focus, not really depending on the results, just the task at hand, hitting your spots, spinning it well, and execute the game plan and know that we have a great pitching staff behind us, then should be good.
Yeah. Well, speaking of pitching, we have the
2 weeks.
2
weeks in a row.
2 weeks in a row, SEC Pitcher of the Week sitting right next to me. So first of all, congrats on that. But so give us like your key to consistency to like keep going on how good of a pitching job you are doing, and how maybe you may feed off your teammates whenever you may have a little bit of a low and get back to that consistency.
Yeah. Well, I guess going back to last year, my freshman year, I was a nervous gal on the mound, I won't lie. And this year, I just feel like I've just been having so much more fun, just like playing in the moment, not letting it get too big. And Zeta, it's been a great job helping me. Last year, she was always looking at me, telling me to breathe. So, but yeah, just falling back on that, falling on my teammates, and just really having more fun with the game, I think, is what has just had so much energy and so much more fun this year.
Yeah, it's crazy what breathing can do.
It is.
But I will say that Carlin last year and Carlin this year is just two completely different people. Like last year, she was saying she was nervous. She would freak out. Not freak out, but like you can just tell she's so
freshman
just
jitters.
to herself. Like she's like she feels like she's the only person on that field when she was on the mound. Mm-hmm. And there was like this word that I always told her. I just can't remember it. We were trying to figure it out, but we really can't remember it.
I thought it was just breathe.
It was something else. But we'll figure it out. But like last year, the first couple of weeks, she was getting all these awards, Pitcher of the Week, back to back to back to back.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And I kind of felt like she let that get to her, and she felt like she needed to be perfect. Mm-hmm. And that's when she started to be like, I got to do this. I got to be this person or whatever. But this year she's changed, and like she said, she's having so much more fun.
Yeah.
She's having so much more fun pitching freely. Our like motto of the year this year was let go, and she's like the true, like she's the definition of letting go. Like she's just showing it the way she's out there pitching. She's just doing so great, and I'm so happy for her.
Oh, thank you, Zeta.
Oh, that's sweet. All right, well, thank y'all so much for coming on the show. It's been a blast. Yeah. Also, thank y'all for tuning in to the Players Lounge, another week of Buckets and Bombs. Make sure you like, subscribe, comment who you might want to see on the show. We'll see you next week.